Having my parents visit us in China meant one thing: had to give them the full Chinese experience. And trust me, it was packed with firsts. From trying authentic Chinese barbecue in the city famous for it, to of course experiencing Hotpot for the very first time, to my parents attempting to ride an electric scooter. And if that wasn't enough, we took them up Tanxi Mountain, where the way down turned into way more of an adrenaline rush than any of us expected. So come along with us for a jam-packed weekend in Zibo, Shandong, as we show my parents what life in China is really like, with plenty of chaos, laughter, and unforgettable moments along the way. Hello guys, welcome back to At Home in China. Today is a very exciting day. My parents are flying all the way from South Africa to spend some time with us here in Zibo before they head off to one of a bucket list holidays that they've been planning for a very long time. My mum has always wanted to see the cherry blossoms in Japan, so they are stopping en route to their wonderful holiday, and I'm feeling so incredibly grateful that they are coming all the way to Zibo, flying from Beijing to Qingdao, then catching a taxi into Zibo city. So it's a long trek to just spend the weekend with us, but I am so grateful and so excited for them to be with us. So come along for an exciting Zibo adventure.
Welcome, guys.
谢谢你，再见. Seeing my parents last night was just made my heart so happy and so filled. I'm actually on my way down to meet them at the hotel. We're going to go out for brekkie. Josh has gone off to work. He's got a half day today, which is perfect. And then we'll probably go to the park, grab some lunch. Lovely cool day in Zibo, so we're going to make the most of it because then tomorrow is lovely and hot. First up, breakfast, where my dad immediately fell in love with pork stuffed pies, and honestly I don't blame him. After that, I brought them to our local mall to show them around our grocery store, and of course to let mum squeeze in a little bit of shopping. My parents were genuinely blown away by the supermarkets here in China. They couldn't believe how clean and organized everything was, and the sheer variety of brands, snacks and fresh produce on offer was just so impressive to them. Just walked into the mall, didn't get very far. She's already trying on shoes. Then we headed back to the apartment to unpack a suitcase that my parents brought back from South Africa. And there's something so exciting about getting a suitcase filled with treats and goodies and little comforts that remind you of home.
So beautiful. Yeah. I'm glad. Thank you. I was just going to actually say I don't have enough mugs. This is from Deborah.
This is like Christmas, eh?
It's so nice.
Once we had unpacked everything, we headed to the park to meet up with Josh for lunch and enjoy a relaxed afternoon together. So listen, what's been happening? That is not thank you, sis.
No.
Say it again.
That was what you were talking to Sarah.
How do you say thank you? Yes. Give us a rundown on the clothes shopping.
Yeah, tell
fashion.
us what you think of the mall.
Most beautiful clothes stores. The best supermarket I've ever been to.
Beautiful. You're getting there with your Z and your X's. Zibo. We feasted on some incredible Sichuan dishes for lunch before heading to Xishengyu Park, where we visited the tower and wandered through the beautiful cherry blossoms. We have made our way to the tower in our park. Such a beautiful day. One of the highlights in this park is the Haidai Tower, which rises above the park with traditional style architecture. At night it lights up and reflects across the water, making it a real focal point of the city. I've forgotten how to skip. After quite literally frolicking through the park and enjoying watching everyone go about their afternoon routines, dancing, exercising and just enjoying life, we decided we earned a bubble tea, and it's safe to say my parents were very big fans.
Out of 10, Trace, what would you give that out of 10?
I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Wow!
Is that your favorite number?
Mango, Dad? What, out of 10?
I don't know, 10, so I have never compared a 10, but it must be a 10.
We'll give that a 10 every day. It was an incredible afternoon, and honestly the weather and the city were really showing off. After freshening up, we headed out for dinner to experience one of Zibo's most famous local specialities, Chinese barbecue, or known as xiao kao. And if you know Zibo, this is a must try. We have had the most spectacular day in Zibo. Okay, have you enjoyed it? Exploring the city, and now my parents are experiencing for the first time a proper barbecue.
Yeah.
It's called Shao Kao. Out on the streets, it is a beautiful evening, and we're gonna eat lots of food.
I butchered it.
It's okay.
I butchered it.
You get
And
it.
we're back.
You to the gimbal.
Stability. Stability.
So now we're gonna go inside, and we're gonna get the spices and pickles. Okay, so what you need to do now is put a little bit of peanuts. It's peanuts, crushed sesame and peanuts. And there's a little bit with cumin and a little bit of chili because you're gonna dip your meat with that. Do a combo.
What is peanut?
So you're coating your meat with a little crunch. It's very delish. And then there's also pickles we can come back for. Shao Kao has absolutely taken over our city over the past couple of years. What started out as a few small street-style grills has now turned into countless spots that you can choose from. This is one of our favorite places to come to. It's always fresh and we can never get over the price. For the 4 of us, it costs just under 300 RMB. We thoroughly loved the barbecue, and after a very full day of exploring and eating, it was time to head to bed to rest up for the next day's adventure. Good morning. So we are off to Tanxi Mountain today. I hope I'm saying that right. We've spent the whole day yesterday exploring Zibo. Now we're gonna go up to the mountain. We hopped into a Didi to take us out into the countryside. What's so incredible is the Tanxi Mountain holds so much more than just beautiful, breathtaking natural scenery. It's home to architectural wonders, ancient caves, and a peaceful temple steeped in history. After a short walk winding through beautiful gardens and a steep flight of stairs, you reach the bus shuttle service that takes you up to the glass elevator. You know what this reminds me of is that long bridge in Shrek when the dragon burns it and Donkey's like hanging on.
Amanda. That's so funny.
Booked our tickets in advance on trip.com for 98 RMB each, which included entry into the park, access to the glass elevator and the high altitude glass bridge, as well as the Star Cave. What we didn't realize was that the shuttle service going to the top of the mountain wasn't included, as well as each of the rides needed to be purchased separately at each station. Luckily, it wasn't a busy day, so we didn't have to deal with any queues, which made everything a lot smoother. Up we went in a glass elevator, climbing 117 meters straight up the side of the mountain. As you step out the elevator, you are greeted with the coolest little cafe, the perfect spot to grab a coffee, because you might just need the courage boost before taking on the bridge. Come on, just a little toe, just a toe. Just do a little toe tap. Oh, your legs are jelly. Come on, shuffle, shuffle.
World's first cable-stayed, arch-shaped glass bridge without backstays.
That's very
Suspended
niche.
above a 730-meter high valley.
Wow,
So if you go down to the bottom of that valley, it's 730 meters.
beautiful.
It's a very niche record that it holds, but a record nonetheless.
Well done, China. How's this? This is a rose that goes up and creeps up. That must be so beautiful when it flowers. How are we getting down the mountain?
This is so
I think we're going on a fast water slide. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so we are going down on the granite strip. It's like a granite strip. We got to put some camo pants on and then some white little MJ gloves. And we got to slide down. Josh is getting our tickets. Mom, do you meet the height requirement? It's not just about.
She matches the energy requirement.
Let's go. Okay. Grab a pant. Yo, these are sexy, eh? One size fits all, it seems. Oh yes. I love it. Squad. What are we calling you guys? Oh, she's doing baggy waggy pants and you doing ooh. Ah.
The wide leg Wigo ring. That's our name.
Exciting. Hold on. How was that, Josh? A lot of fun. Did you have fun? That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. A little adrenaline rush, eh? See my photo?
选择一下您的长鞋衫。
谢谢。
Is this how you wear it? Is this the right way?
Okay. I look very cool. How was that, Ma?
That's phenomenal.
That was fun, hey?
That was the
I think that's one of the best park rides I've actually probably been on.
fastest I've ever come down a mountain.
Yeah, that's true. That was a lot of fun.
That was so.
It was hectic because it was like you hit the corners.
Not the smoothest bends.
Not the smoothest bends, very sharp turns, but
Very sharp turn.
wow, that was fun. Highly recommend that. Yeah, if you like a bit of adrenaline. We have just come down the mountain. We have caught a taxi and going back to Zibo. And we'll probably go out for a lovely Hotpot tonight. Yeah, very excited for that. But honestly, I think the views going up were spectacular. Seeing the last bit of cherry blossoms and what did you call them? Wisterias? Wisterias and plums. So that was really beautiful. And then of course coming down on the water slide was quite a highlight. That was a lot of fun and it cooled us down because it's what 27 degrees outside. So yeah, that was epic. It was then time for Chinese Hotpot, an absolute classic. It's the last supper. You're gonna have Hotpot tonight as your final dinner.
Going out big.
Going out big. Josh is gonna order some lovely, interesting things. If you've never had it before, it is essentially a simmering pot of broth placed in the center of your table, and you cook your own meats, vegetables, noodles if you'd like, right at the table. We went for a split pot with 2 broths, one spicy and one a tomato base. Spicy side had that classic numbing heat, while the tomato broth was rich, comforting, and so full of flavor. Okay, well, it's gonna be super hot.
Dip it in the peanuts.
He's lost it again.
There you go.
Okay.
Got some chili along the way with you.
Yeah. And delicious. After dinner, we finished the night with a walk through the park, soaking up the last of the evening together until I spotted a scooter and got Mum and Dad to try. It had us in absolute fits of laughter.
Come on, Mimo.
It's like
Go.
she's lost.
Go. Put the leg rest on.
I'm laughing too much.
Go. Give it hold.
Okay, and go and lift the leg up.
That's it. Other back.
That's it. Woo! You're doing great, sweetie. And just like that, it came time to say goodbye to my parents after such a special trip. I think that brings us to the end of this video.
Oh,
What a special 2 days it's been with you guys. Okay?
So lovely.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you so much, but I think you got a real Zibo experience. Thank you.
Yeah, we got a hell of an experience. Got to do barbecue, Papa Zibo, Shao. We had Hotpot, we went to the
good.
mountain scenic area. Overall, what was favorite experience? Which was the favorite part, Trev?
Yo, everything, too much in the city to see. Beautiful, clean, lovely streets, lovely trees, beautiful flowers in the streets.
Happy, smiley people,
Yeah.
beautiful children.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are
kids
very
are so
sweet
cute.
and
Yeah.
cute.
Your favorite food? What was the favorite thing you ate?
Oh, that one place with the sesame buns.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not too sure what they were called, but it was like a choux pastry, but it had like a sesame paste inside.
Yeah,
It was so delicious.
Yeah, they were delicious.
And paired so nicely with the
and
eggs.
me
Yeah.
the breakfast.
Oh,
Like a
That's
meatful
our favorite.
pie. But you guys can do the honors.
So like,
Yeah.
subscribe,
And
and
comment.
comment.